Hello, everyone. So today I am super excited because we're going to discuss how to pay yourself as an LLC or from your LLC. As the owner of a limited liability company, also known as an LLC, it can be a little complicated to determine the best way to pay yourself. Have you ever experienced that? Now, you must factor in if your business is a single member LLC or a multi-member LLC. In addition to that, you have to determine if you will file as an employee of the company or not. Well, in this episode, I will deep dive into everything you need to know to receive compensation as the owner of an LLC. Now, again, I want to welcome everyone to the live. We're live on multiple platforms. I want to welcome everyone to the replay as well. Thank you so much for watching. I am Octavia Conner, CEO of Say Yes to Profits, and I help consultants and service-based entrepreneurs become fiscally responsible so that they have more money, more profits, and pay less taxes. Now, we're streaming live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. So you want to make sure that you share this video so that other business owners can know how to pay themselves, right? And then if you are on YouTube, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. So here's the thing. When paying yourself as an LLC, you want to make sure that your payment method fits within the IRS guidelines. Your compensation method is essential when it comes to filing your taxes. Okay. Now, before identifying your compensation method, you must determine your LLC structure. This is highly important. And either you will be a single member LLC, which you will then be considered as a sole proprietorship at the federal level. And we'll deep dive a little bit more into that in just a second. Or you can have two or more owners, which you will then be a multi-member LLC. And in that case, you will either form a partnership or a corporation, okay? If you become a partnership or a corporation, you must understand that they are taxed differently. Therefore, you are paid uniquely as the owner. Now, let's break down each structure. How to pay yourself as a single member LLC. As the owner of a single member LLC, you compensate yourself via owner's draw. As a single member LLC, you are a disregarded entity. As this relates to taxes, your additional income outside of your business and your firm's profit are all the same. Therefore, you will file your business income and expenses on a Schedule C of your tax return. This information will then transfer over to Form 1040. All right? Next part, how a single member LLC completes an owner's draw. Now, this is important. There are two methods to complete an owner's draw. Number one, you can write a check to yourself from your business. Then you will deposit that check into your personal account. Number two, you can make a transfer from your business bank account to your personal bank account. Inside of your accounting system with either method, the payment will appear on the balance sheet under owner's equity and not on the profit and loss statement. It's important that you know that. Now, I know you may be wondering, how does this affect your taxes? So, how a single member LLC is taxed. A single member LLC is taxed based on its net profit. So, for an example, if the company earned $200,000 for the year and the expenses were $190,000, the remaining net profit is $10,000, right? Well, that $10,000 is subject to self-employment taxes, which as of today is 15.3%. Okay, so therefore you will be responsible for paying $1,530 to the IRS in self-employment taxes. So I hope you all are with me so far. No matter what platform you're on, if you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comments and I will definitely address those. So the next part is how to pay yourself as a multi-member LLC. Now, as a owner or an owner of a multi-member LLC, your compensation method will depend on if you are a partnership or a corporation. As the partnership LLC, each owner can take an owner's draw based on their shares. So, how a partnership LLC is taxed. The next part, I'm pretty sure you're wondering that. When it's time to file your taxes, the partnership will file an IRS Form 1065. The LLC partnership is treated as a pass-through entity. Therefore, the company is not taxed. The tax responsibility flows to the owners and it's based on their shares. Now, when the partnership files Form 1065, each owner will receive a Schedule K1. The owner's shares of the company will show on the Schedule K1. I hope you're getting this now. Each owner is then responsible for paying, again, 15.3% of their shares in taxes. Please note, this is important, that even if you don't take your full owner's salary throughout the year, you will still be responsible for paying taxes on that amount. So let me give you an example. If you own 50% of the company's shares, but throughout the year, you only took 25% in owner's draw, you will still be responsible for paying taxes on the full 50%. Okay? So we're moving right along. Again, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the chat and I will answer them at the very end. And if you're watching the replay, I will come back and answer them at a later time. All right? So how to pay yourself as an LLC. Shareholders of an LLC corporation cannot pay themselves void owner's draw. You cannot. If the company is structured as an S corporation or a C corporation, the owners must be hired as employees and receive something called reasonable compensation. Okay, this is highly important that you remember this. Now, each owner can also receive dividends, which are payments they receive outside of their wages, outside of their reasonable compensation. So, how is a corporation LLC taxed? This is the next part. The owner's salary is subject to payroll taxes based on how they complete their W-2. The dividends they receive, however, are not subject to payroll taxes, which is a benefit. When receiving dividends from the company, you never want your dividends to exceed your annual salary. This can lead to trouble with the IRS, and you don't want that. Also, if the company is an S corporation, it is considered a pass-through entity. Therefore, there are no taxes levied at the corporate level. Each owner will receive a K1. Now, if the company is a C corporation, it will be double taxed. Who wants that? But it happens, meaning the company will be responsible for corporate income taxes, and everyone who earns wages and dividends from the corporation will pay personal taxes on their earnings. Again, we've been discussing how to pay yourself from an LLC. So I always like to give you CEO next best steps. So the best way, first and foremost, to pay yourself as an LLC is to leave a money trail. Here's the thing. The best way to do anything in business is to have a money trail. As a corporation LLC, you must receive a salary. you must receive a salary. As a single member LLC, you can receive a draw. Now, if you are taking owner's draw, I highly recommend you write a check to yourself from your business. That is your money trail. Also, regardless of your business structure, you want to build a business that can cover a reasonable CEO salary, pay all of your additional monthly expenses, and generate a profit on top of that. Let me say that again because that is important for you to remember. You want to build your business to where it enables you to receive a reasonable salary as a CEO. You're the hardest working person in the company. You should be paid for it, right? But in addition to that, your business should cover all of your monthly expenses and generate a profit. All right? So, with that, if you have any questions and comments, definitely leave your questions and comments below, and I will come back and answer those. If you need assistance with determining how to pay yourself, with determining what LLC structure you should have, or just to get your accounting in order and become fiscally responsible, definitely reach out to us and schedule a discovery session today at sayyesToprofits.com/session. You will see the link in the description or in the comments, as well as is here on the screen. Okay. So this is Octavia Conner. Until next time, say yes to profits. Toodles.